Hello everyone and welcome to Gnomoria episode 47, and we are going to chill off just for a couple of seconds and let some things just happen because, you know, part of the reason, or actually it wasn't part of the, well, it kind of was part of the reason why we got into so much trouble last episode was simply because we rushed and we did some stupid stuff. I say we, and something about this game makes me always want to say we, because I just feel like you guys are a part of it, which I kind of feel like you are. Your names are here, you comment, you help, you guys are amazing, you always do that, and it's very much appreciated. We can see, ooh, here's some copper here, so I'm going to get sidetracked for just a second to grab that, and we'll scroll down. We can see the skeleton here is dead, we can see these zombies are dead as well. And these torch jobs, okay, the sun is set, and these torch jobs are still being done. Now, I've been told that torches can actually light up a 10 block, oh, listen to that creepy music, a 10 block length along a corridor. So if we have a look at this block, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to light up till there. So... oh, well, this one's already lit up, so I think we should just let that happen. Oh, a goblin has been spotted. The goblin has died already? What happened to that goblin? Okay, so the goblin did he, like, oh, they're over here? So they must be getting attacked, oh my god, there is a lot of goblins. We're just gonna let, these guys come, oh, no, oh, Jesus, Mix, God, why are you here? He's fallen over, he's bleeding as well. How do we get him out of there? I guess we just go, click, oh my god, there's so many goblins here. We need to go ahead and attack, go in, get them all, crush them, because this is a big thing. Here we go, we've got tons of battling going on. We have the ranged guys obviously working as they always do, and we actually have Mix is, I believe he got out of there. I think Hubertus has risen. Oh god. Oh god. I totally forgot about this zombie, Hubertus. But luckily the messages have told us that he's actually here. So we're going to go ahead and send that attack order in, and we should see the soldiers rush down. Here we go. We have a little bit of a squad coming down. So obviously he's been spotted. We already know that. And we can see the whole entire squad is actually rushing towards him. And they should be able to take him out fairly quickly. We can see the ranged guys coming down as well for some quick backup. There we go, zombie Hubertus has died. Whose blood is that? It's actually Hose's blood. I sure as hell hope that he's okay. Also, Sir Wiggly Bits is bleeding as well. As we can see, these torches still going down underneath the mining areas that we have down here. And I want to check up on actually the stocks for the materials that we're getting in this these training grounds here. So if we check up on stocks and have a look at our wood, we can see that we have no logs, 49 planks. Okay, so basically that suggests that we need to ramp up the log production a little bit more. I'm going to create a brand new grove, and it's going to just extend along here. And it is going to simply, well, I accidentally got out of the menu, but we can always just go back into it. Hold on, so this grove is pine 2, so we're going to make a pine 3, and that is going to be obviously the third one. We're going to put the priority relatively high. I think 2 should be okay. Plant saplings, cut the clippings, pick the fruit, which doesn't really need to be done, but it doesn't matter if you leave it anyway. And we'll also put the pine selection in there and let that go. We also want to check up on these other ones. So priority 3, I want to go ahead and make the pine a higher priority than everything else, because having those planks just for buildings is really important, as opposed to having expensive birch or having extra apples, because again, we do have a lot of food, and that makes me want to pause the game and remember that we do have a merchant just sitting in here. So we can go ahead and, oh, we actually have to go to the market stall and do some dealing. So we can see that we've got okay, the gnome stock, which is just the merchants, and we've got our stock. So all of this dirt, let's go ahead and sell 150 of it, because we're always going to have a lot of dirt. And oh, No, I totally forgot how this worked again. So we're going to go ahead and do that, just get rid of that dirt. I guess we can get rid of like 50 clay, get that out of here. So we have 3,000 raw bauxite. We are never going to use that. I am pretty damn certain that we're never going to use all of that. So let's give away at least 1,500. That is about half, or a little bit under half. And we'll just send that over. Now this isn't actually worth anything, so I can go ahead and trade and get rid of that. I'm not losing out on anything. And we can also see there is lapis lazuli quite a lot. Let's go ahead, give away 200 of that as well. Raw basalt, I guess we can give away about 100 of that. It isn't as prevalent as the other ones, so I'm not going to give away half. About a third of that is going to go away. Now, raw granite is okay, we want to keep that. Raw sapphires, they're worth 25 each, so we're going to go ahead and send them all over. So that means we've got 575 worth out of those for a new trade. We've got some wool, we've got a lot of yak hide. So let's go ahead, I think if we keep about 120 of that, so we'll go ahead and give away 220, and that should give us around 120 left. This ogre hide, we definitely need to keep that. The strawberry seeds, we can give away, let's say 300 of those, because we have like a crap ton of those, and we could definitely use the more worth to actually buy extra things in from this merchant. So the cotton seeds as well, I'm going to give away, what, 250 of them? That is about half of those, probably a bit more. Wheat seeds, we don't have very much. Pine clippings, we do need a lot of. Apple clippings, well, they're not worth much. I don't think it's worth giving away apple clippings, and just in case we need a whole bunch of new apple trees really quickly, we're just going to keep those. We've got 409 wheat. Now that is quite a lot, seeing as wheat is only used for bread and for beer, and those two things aren't made in really high numbers, at least in my kingdom at the moment. So we can go ahead and probably give away 200 of that. It's not actually giving away, we're going to get something in return. And also the strawberries, we can see that we've got 2,500 food. We're going to go ahead and get rid of like... Okay, so I didn't actually realize, but whilst I was doing this trading, I actually clicked my hotkey for stopping recording whilst I was typing in numbers. Basically, I've given away like 300 strawberry seeds, 900 strawberry, 850 apple, since you guys just actually don't even worry about it, because I've just filled you in on what's happened, and it's totally fine. We can see that this we have poor loaves of bread, and we've got superior. The superior is actually worth 5 times more than the poor loaf, so that's definitely a big increase. We can see there's 360 yak meat. We don't need that much. I'm going to go ahead and say we need probably 100 yak meat, if that. I'm going to actually give away 300 yak meat, because with the meat, it obviously gets turned into the strawberries. And meat doesn't get turned into strawberries. What the hell am I saying? The meat gets turned into the sandwiches, or sandwiches, however you want to say that. It's a pretty good way either way. And yeah, those sandwiches are worth a lot more in terms of hunger fulfillment compared to like fruits like strawberry and apples. So you don't need as many of those as you do with strawberries and apples and things like that. We can see that we've got 500 yak milk, 515, and we can see that our drink is only at 529. So a large majority, 95% of our drink stock is actually milk, but we still don't even need that much. I would even go to say we need 200 milk. No, not 200. If we give away 315 and keep 200 milk, I think that's going to be enough to last through a winter. Now, it is the 6th day of summer right now. I don't know when winter is next. God, I'm bad with seasons. Plus, I don't know if they're actually they should be the same as real life in this game. But we are just going to go ahead and leave with 200 of this yak milk, a couple of this strawberry wine. We can see there is actually this regular strawberry wine would have been made before the update, the most recent update, to actually include a quality to items. And you can see that there is obviously some poor strawberry and apple wine. Now, there is a crap ton of yak bones. We don't have any use for that, and we can make some money off that. Yak skulls, get them out of here. Bauxite blocks, we can just keep them in stock. There really is no need to get rid of them, as well as lapis lazuli blocks, because we do use them fairly often. Now we can see that we've got like copper bars, planks and things. I don't want to get rid of any of that because it's so useful for us right now. We've got 19 cotton bolts, Gonna go ahead and keep that as well. We've actually got some wool bandages, so you can actually get cotton and wool bandages. I have no idea which one is better, but have a look at this. We have a fine bauxite pet rock. So the bauxite, the fine one, is worth twice as much as a regular pet rock. Just another example of the quality of items and how much that changes the value of them. So we're going to go ahead, maybe get rid of this statuette, maybe get rid of the regular bauxite pet rock. We're going to keep these crates on hand. We do have poor birch crates, but that doesn't even matter because we're going to be using them in the future. Applewood crates are worth 8 times, well, that's actually superior, and it's applewood. But anyway, we can go ahead, scroll down, see if we have anything else that we want to get rid of. I think that is just about all that we needed to get rid of. We can see we've got 5 copper felling axes. I want to keep a steady supply of them. I don't want to ever be in a deficit of those. I always want to have those on hand for more workers to pick them up and keep working. We can see that we've got 23 pine torches and 2 birch torches, and a whole bunch of different types of torches. We've got here we've got some copper, some leather, and I guess we need all of that. We do have 800, and so that adds up to 110 bolts, so that is a good amount for us to actually have. Not going to get rid of any of those. Actually, we do have some more here, and we do have a poor yak quiver. We could use that in the future. Let's go ahead and check out what we want to buy. I'm going to go ahead and buy these pine logs. I'm going to buy these applewood logs. I'm going to buy birchwood logs. I'd rather buy bars as opposed to buying ores because that would just speed up the whole process. But I'm not sure that he doesn't actually have any. Okay, so female alpacas, let's get all of those. Let's get all the male alpacas. Let's get 2 male yaks, simply because we just need stuff to fill in the gaps and make sure that we're getting our money's worth. We can probably get, I don't know what else we should probably get. There is some silver ore, very, very expensive. I don't know what I'd even use that on. It would be a difficult decision. There's a lot of tin ore. I guess I may as well take that. Malachite ore, is that... Malachite is I actually have no idea what malachite is, but it seems to be worth more than copper. So we can go ahead and buy that up as well, and all these copper ore. Now, we're offering 4,400 and they're only giving us 1,500, so we can afford to actually take those, those silver ores, even though they're worth so much. And I don't want to buy any more wine, I don't want to buy any more seeds or cotton. Actually, cotton is not a bad thing to get. Let's just get the rest of that, that's fine to grab. And even though it's not an equal trade, I am happy to do this because he doesn't have anything more that I want. And I really need to get rid of all this food and extra bones and crap like that. So we're going to go ahead, do the trade, and we can see that all the stuff is going to end up here. We can see the yaks and the alpacas and things like that are in here. So I think this is actually the kitchen. We cannot actually make an egg. I don't know what eggs are actually made. I don't know what they go into, but we can sure as hell find out very soon. And we can say there is no queuing for the butchering of anything. Let's go ahead and choose all of these goblin corpses to be butchered, these left arms and things, and we're gonna have to obviously butcher a few male yaks and female yaks as well. Having said that, I don't know how many yaks we do have left. Okay, so we don't have a huge number, but we certainly do have enough to be slaughtering some. And we can see we've got emus here, all of their eggs are just sitting there. I'm starting to wonder whether this stockpile actually accepts that. Okay, so it's not in goods, it's actually in, oh wait, it is in goods, and it should be food, and we should be able to see, yep, it does take eggs. Emu eggs are the only kind you can get at the moment, but it doesn't take meat and sausages because that's all handled down here in the kitchen. So I want to check up on the stocks and see if we have enough coal. We do have only 10 coal, so I'm going to go ahead and fire up this furnace again. Okay, so this furnace is actually working towards 30 coal, but the only reason it's not working at the moment is because we ran out of logs, I believe, just before this. Captain Jetbeard has invented the mechanical wall. Wow. So the mechanical wall is built where? We can see that we can create, obviously, bolts and things. Oh, wait. Oh, we can create bolts out of metal as well. So this is where we do it in the machine shop. I don't think we have enough metals to actually be sacrificing it on that at the moment. The engineer shop can make a mechanical wall. It needs bars, springs, and gears. Now, we can make blade traps. Okay, so let's find out. Let's make some of this stuff because I really want to make some traps and things like that. We need gears and springs, so we need to go back into the machine shop, make, I don't know, 6 gears and about the same amount of springs. That's 1, 2, 3, 6. And that's going to go... Oh, wait, actually, we need to make that all out of copper, because bronzes are worth a lot more, and it's going to be much more useful to actually be made out of other stuff. Actually, I think I need to just go ahead, remove all of those, and just redo it with copper. So I've just redone those with copper, and you can see that I've actually done 3 springs to get made first, then the rest of the gears, and then the rest of the springs, just so that 2 of them, both of the components can be available fairly quickly, and we can come into the engineer shop and actually make, I don't know, the spike or the blade. I'm not sure which one I'd rather. Maybe I'll just make 2 spike traps. Why can't we actually... Oh wait, we don't actually have any gears, so we can't put that job to be created in there just yet. So we can see the Great Hall is totally... Oh, except for this one block there, I'm actually going to have to go ahead and deconstruct this little wall here to get to that. It is almost, bar that one block, finished with the renovations that we did recently. So the Great Hall worth is at 2,560. That should be able to get us a couple more gnomes, I believe. We do have 29 at the moment, so we'll definitely be able to get a new batch at the end of summer and the beginning of whatever it is that begins. We can see that a lot of animals running crazy and rampant around here. I guess that's just the way that it's going to have to be for a little bit. The machine shop doesn't actually have anyone working on it. I'm going to go ahead, check up on the population and see how many machinists we actually have. So we've got 4 machinists, so I wonder if those people are actually set to other things and they just don't have the time to be doing some of the other things. So the sun has risen. I'm going to go ahead and maybe... I wonder if... Okay, I'll leave Captain Jetbeard on there, but we're going to go to Raiden and possibly see if he's good enough to be doing some of this machining. He is good enough, and he's actually got 61 in tinkering. My god, how much is Captain Jetbeard? He's been here for ages. Let's have a check up and look. He's got 203 tinkering. That is insane. I wonder... I got to check up and see the people that are actually on machining and make sure they're going to be able to do it very soon. So we can see right here, Fancy Caterpillar is going to be set to only do machining and being a mechanic. So that is going to be a great thing for him. Hopefully this will light up very soon. He must be sleeping or eating, because that's the only thing that would stop these guys from doing crazy stuff like that. But here the sawmill is up. It doesn't actually have a craft 2 job quite yet. I should actually just put a repeating job on that. I think... Yeah, I really don't know, because having it repeating is obviously going to do it infinitely till the end of time. But if I craft 2, it might be able to save some man hours or woman hours or whatever labor hours. So if I craft 2, let's say 50 planks, maybe just only for this workshop anyway, that'll maybe save us some extra time with some of the people that are actually doing that. And we can see that still this hasn't lit up yet. There we go, it is just lit up green, and someone's going to come in here, make those springs, make all that stuff, and we're going to be able to put some traps down and things like that. Here we can see it is actually Fancy Caterpillar in here with his bars and things like that. We need more logs, I think, at the moment. We have planted some extra stuff in here. We can see there's tons of clippings actually sitting out here, and I want to start really considering blocking off out here, making this inaccessible. So if we zoom out, I think there's generally only ever one person outside here. So if we can like locate them, and I think we just need to go for it and zoom in and make that wall. That's actually a floor. We need to go ahead and make that wall. And just block actually, I'm gonna go ahead, do the sides first, or actually and that one, and then block that in. So this person here is actually still hauling in those saplings. She may actually be planting them as well if we just watch and see where she's going. Yes, she is coming out here and planting them. However, okay, so we kind of need her to do that at the moment. So I'm not going to wall off until she's done with that. But as soon as that happens, it is going to get walled off and will be much, much safer. And that reminds me, we should check down below and see what is happening, see what the progress is with the torches. That is where a lot of our work is going down to. We can see a whole bunch of torches have gone in. Some of the miners are not doing anything down here. They're either dead or they're just not doing any work at all. They're being very quiet. And I assume that some of them have to be sleeping, or some of them must be hauling jobs as well and doing some of these torch things. So on the -10 layer, I don't think I want to do any more mining on this layer until I have every torch in place and I can quickly light up the things that I do mine, like right after it happens. So we'll go up to, I guess, -7 and go mining down here, because this is generally going to be a hell of a lot safer. It will rarely, if ever, spawn any monsters, so we can safely open up all of these places down here and keep a lot of this mining going on, and that's definitely going to help us progress with some more metals and things like that. I'm just going to do a bit of a grid system down here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this system for this level for now. I've obviously included exits or getaway paths for each of these lines across here. So I think that's going to keep our miners occupied for quite a little while, because we did lose some miners, obviously, during the last episode. We can see there is actually corn. What is happening with me? This is coal. This is corn coal. It is grown down here. It's just so beautiful. You know, you can plant it, you can make more corn coal and just have it flourish throughout, you know, your kingdom. And just I really recommend it if you're going to actually keep using coal for burning and also eating. So yaks are being born, so those slaughtering jobs definitely are needed. We can see there is actually this is overflowing with stuff, so let's go ahead and build some storage for it. Some of those crates will definitely come in handy, does not matter which one, and fill up those gaps and put in 2 extra ones. And we can see that this stockpile, I think this was actually holding all of our wheat. So if you go ahead and look at these plants, yeah, it is actually holding all of our wheat. And we go ahead and leave it there, and look at this spring. Isn't that just something amazing? It's just a massive, gigantic spring with a yak just blocking the view. Okay, be quiet, yak. You can stay in the corner over there whilst I talk about this spring. It is a huge spring, as we can see. So if I go ahead into the engineer shop, we should be able to possibly make a trap. Yes, we can. Go ahead and make a spike trap. Let's go make 2 spike traps and 2 blade traps. I think I should be able to make 3 of those, and the last one's just going to stay in the queue, but we can always make more for it. We can see this this is getting blocked off shortly. Let's go ahead and check and see if, okay, so that is still getting planted. We can see that obviously these saplings sitting here are apple clippings, so that is not going to help us at all. We cannot wall in just yet, and we can see that this is obviously just more apple clippings sitting here. So we really just need to get these clippings that are out here inside quickly as possible so we can keep that farm going. Now I did light up torches down here, underneath here, but that was really unnecessary. I totally sort of derped up and forgot that the enemies will only spawn either underground, like around -8 to 10, and obviously lower than that. They can spawn anywhere, obviously underground here. If we tab, we can see the dark areas that are possible to spawn enemies. And then if we go ahead and think about the overworld enemies, Clay Golem has been spotted. Let's go ahead and see where he is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hone in on him as quickly as possible, because we don't want to lose this wonderful woman down here. She's actually going in for the battle. She thinks that she can take him down. She very well may, and I hope she actually does actually have a successful time at that. But we can see that regardless, everyone is rushing down here, and so we can see Hyper NRWGN is actually still in good health. She has obviously a really good swing with that pickaxe. She's probably very deadly with it. I wouldn't go near her when it's just like crazy times and she's really hungry, or she's really tired and she's trying to get to bed. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't even think about going near her, because she like may pick you in the face, and that would really hurt unless it was going up your nose and just clearing out your nose ways. But she obviously wouldn't do that because she's kind of angry at all the golems that she has to run into and just deal with down here. So yeah, she's just one to look out for, I think. Okay, so some of these mining jobs down here aren't getting done, and that sort of makes me think there's a possibility that people don't have enough pickaxes or something along those lines, because actually none of these mining jobs have been lit up, which is very worrying. I don't think I lost every miner. If we go up and check on, our stock worth is 10,000 I mean. Construction is 11,000.5. The total worth is 22.3 thousand. And we can see we've got 4 farms and 3 pastures. That is my world seed, by the way. If anyone actually wanted to do a run through on this map and just have like a similar area, or it should be exactly the same, I believe, as mine. So you can go ahead and use that if you like. We can see that we've got all these workshops, and in fact, I want to go ahead and see some of the workshops for tinkering. We can see a spike trap that is there. Not sure if we need to actually power these. It needs to be reset after being triggered. Okay, so it doesn't say that we need to power it at all. So we can go ahead and possibly use that really shortly. There is actually a pick out here. We can see someone. So that means basically we do have picks in stock. And I remember seeing quite a high number of picks that we actually have. So check up on population. We have 6 miners. So I'm coming into the distillery and whoop, that says 109. And just changing these down from 20 each and changing them to 10 each. Because again, we don't really need to make that much. And we have so much milk that we don't have to worry very much about that at all. So we always want to keep some beer and wine in the kingdom, because that's going to be very important. Here is a blade trap. That is amazing. I think he's making another one. Actually, he isn't, because he doesn't have the required parts. So if you go into the machine shop, we can make 2 of those gears. Make sure we make them out of copper, and 2 springs out of copper as well, and just make a 4th. Actually just make that 3rd or 4th trap that we actually were making. So we're gonna go speed this up a little bit, simply because we have less workers at the moment and a really strong military, so things are taking a lot longer, and we can see that all of this stuff is planted. So if we go outside, we can actually see that these guys are hauling in goblins and things like that, but we don't need to do that anymore. We're going to go actually into the butcher shop and cancel all of the enemies that are outside to be slaughtered, because we don't need any more people running out there. We can see that someone actually ran in. Whoa, this is very, very fast. Some people are still running out to actually pick up. What is she getting? Let's see what she's getting. She's actually getting a sapling. Not sure where that's actually going to go, but probably obviously to the farm. I don't think I have a stock for it, so I think the only place it can go is the farm. Yeah, we can see she's bringing it in here. Oh, she's actually planting that last one, and that should be it. We can go ahead and simply just build a stone wall and close that in, so it can be much, much safer. In fact, we're pretty much impenetrable from anything apart from, of course, the underground enemies, so we're not totally safe, basically never totally safe in this game. I'm going to watch the doors right now to make sure no one actually goes out. We can see someone's coming out with their beautiful copper boots. We can see this beautiful tree line just surrounding this actual little tiny training grounds, which is just awesome to see. We can see one person coming up to try and train. No one's actually up here. Everyone must be sleeping. There we go. He's got a buddy now. Emus are walking around. They're pooing on everything. It really sucks that they have to poo on everything, but I don't know. I don't really know what I can do about it at all. I can't make little diapers for them because that's too much work making diapers for emus. I guess if I wanted to sell them to merchants, it would be worth my while a little bit more, because I could get some extra stuff, but I don't see that happening now. We can see obviously these crates have gone into here and people are going crazy mad, hauling those things over into there. We can see there's a blade trap that was actually made out of bronze. Wow, I didn't actually check up and make sure that that was being made out of something else. We can see there's a lot of these jobs getting queued up here. Starting to think I need to do a bit more organizing on some of my professions. Okay, so I've just done a bit of reorganizing in the population tab. Some of the professions needed to be changed. I had a few too many farmers, so I've got some dedicated miners and some dedicated blacksmiths, and they should be coming to do their jobs very shortly. I think a lot of people are sleeping on, not really, I guess it's just not as many people as I'm used to, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. Something along those lines, it could be possible, anything. But yeah, if we go to the stone cutter, we can see that it's actually maxed out, and we don't really need that. We can go ahead and stop that repeating, because we don't need blocks to infinity, essentially. We only need, like, I don't know, let's get about 100 bauxite blocks at all times, and about this, oh no, that's actually got to stay bauxite. Wait, no, that's okay. I changed this, okay, and craft it so that's going to be lapis lazuli, and craft lapis to about 70, because we don't want to use extra man hours on that when it doesn't actually have to be done. It's really not necessary to keep all those things going. We can see someone's making the armor. We can see some of that bronze. People are rushing in to pick that up. We can see that is happening very nicely. Actually, a huge stockpile for the metals down here. We should go downstairs, obviously, into the mines and check up on some of the stuff that is... Oh, we can actually see there's some, yes, actual mining going on down here. Very rare sight to see in this episode, which is a bit of a shame. But the torches are going up decently fast. I'm pretty happy that we've lit up all of this area here. We are going to need, I think, a torch right here, because that won't actually reach all of that way. So if we just go into build, over to the furnace, oh, so we'll just place that torch in there, get rid of that little dark area. And I think this area, I don't know, we'll have to see how the light actually works inside that kind of shape. There is some tin down here as well. So we can go ahead and get that out as well, and just pretty much wait for some more of the miners to come down, and some... I just want to make sure that, yeah, there is some mining going on down here. I just want to make sure that we do have coal being made, or we do have coal at all, because I don't think we have enough torches to actually light up down there at the moment. We can see coal. We've got 8 pieces of coal, and they could actually all be sitting downstairs in the mines, because as you know, we do also find that underground. It is not simply made by burning logs. And I don't know, this tree farm starting to let me down a bit. I think I need to up the capacity by quite a lot, because if we check up on the stocks, we should see logs are fairly low in terms of numbers. It's actually at 0 at the moment. And okay, so we've got to get the builders going on in here. We do have actually these training grounds getting up, so I am at least happy about that happening. I'm gonna just... I don't know if I should extend this a little bit more, so the range guys can get like a huge advantage and a huge... you know what, I'm gonna go do that, and if we just go mine out this block here, actually these 2 blocks here, and then go ahead and rebuild the floor, to extend a little bit longer, and that's just going to help us be able to detect the enemy. Just make sure I'm on, yes, the right level, and we're going to build it out something along the lines of this, and that's going to go about this. Oh, we don't want to go too close to these edges here, because we can get attacked from those edges, and we can maybe fall off them, and we wouldn't really want that to happen at all. So we're going to let those jobs get done. We can see down here that we are walled off, and I really do... It's going to do a quick checkup on everything, zoom out, and make sure there's no one actually stuck out here, and we shouldn't actually see anyone, because I didn't actually see anyone working on anything out here. So we can see the castle coming along very slowly, and we're going to actually get to that right now. We're going to change how we actually access that, and we're going to basically build a stairs up to it. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. If we go to our build terrain, get some stairs up going, and make it out of bauxite, we'll place it just right. Ooh, I wonder if that would... No, that wouldn't look cool right in front of the Great Hall. We're going to put it just here, in the middle of pretty much everything. And if we scroll up, we can... Oh, see, there's actually... Wait, that's scrolling... That is scrolling up. And there's actually a hole in the floor, so when we built those stairs, I guess the hole went in there. So we can go ahead and mine out across here, and then we'll be able to dig up eventually and get to the castle, and be able to work on that much safer, because we'll be able to wall off around here, and no enemies will be able to get to us. Whilst we're doing that, we'll have total access to it whilst crazy stuff is going on. So that is going to do it for this episode. We have walled off. We are a hell of a lot safer. We've got the trees growing. I am really happy about that. These are going to start getting cut down and begin processing. We do have some traps, but at the moment we are totally walled off. I guess we could deconstruct doors very shortly and put those traps in. I'm not sure if gnomes are safe to cross them, so I can only assume that they are. are, because they obviously would be smarter than the enemies, but we will definitely have to see how that happens. So my name is Derpify, and I will see you guys next episode.